Week 15 of the fantasy basketball season. Here's a few centers I look to buy and trade for this week. The first center, Brook Lopez of the Milwaukee Bucks. So Brook Lopez, he's been steady key all season long. His numbers, he's going to help you in three-point shooting. Shot blocking, he's going to help. And field goal percentage, pretty decent as well. So on the year, 12.1 points a game, 4.7 boards, 1.7 assists, 2 blocks, 1.9 threes, and 47% from the field. So Lopez, numbers overall, they're not eye-popping, obviously, off the stat sheet is Lopez, but like you said, he's a steady center, and you don't got to pay much to get him on your roster. I've said for weeks to go out there and buy him, because like I said, he'll put up consistent numbers, help you in 3-4 categories as Lopez, and he's a center I think's a good buy this week. January 28th at Portland, 11 points, 3 boards, 3 assists, a steal, a block, 3 threes, 33% from the field. January 31st at the Spurs, 6 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, a block, 37% from the field. And February 2nd versus the Grizzlies, 15 points, 2 boards, 2 assists, a steal, 2 blocks, 3 threes, 40% from the field. So Lopez still can score the basketball, 12-15 point range. He'll hit 2 or 3 threes per game. And shot blocking is what he's going to bring fantasy owners. So like I said, the numbers aren't great for Lopez, but if you just need a center and a big man that can help you in a couple categories, I think Lopez is a good buy this week. And I know, obviously, he's the 4th or 5th option on this offense for this Milwaukee Buck team, but he still does enough where I think he's a good fantasy option this season. Next center is Jonas Valanciunas of the Washington Wizards. He's definitely getting dealt as Valanciunas at the deadline, either later today or obviously tomorrow when it's the last day of for trades to go through. So on the year, 11.5 points a game, 8.2 boards, 2.2 assists, and 54% from the field. So scoring, rebounding, and field goal percentage is what Valanciunas is going to help fantasy owners. And right now, supposedly there's a rumor out there he's close to going to Milwaukee. I don't know how true that one is, but I think teams like Phoenix could be in on him. Los Angeles Lakers, New York Knicks possibly could be in on Jonas Valanciunas. But one way or the other, I believe he's going to get dealt. And I think he's a buy low candidate, because if he steps into a starting lineup for a team and plays, 30, 35 minutes a game, even though the last 2 games his minutes have gone up for this Wizard team, I think his numbers could take off. And he's a double-double type of player at that point. 3 games, January 30th versus the Lakers, 5 points, 3 boards, 3 assists, 12% from the field. February 1st in Minnesota, 13 points, 10 boards, 2 assists, a steal, 54% from the field. And February 3rd at the Hornets, 14 points, 17 boards, 4 assists, 42% from the field. So the last 2 games, his numbers have definitely gone up for Valanciunas. But like I said, if he's dealt, which I would put it over a 50% chance that he is, to a contending team, I think the numbers go up, especially if he steps in to a starting role. So right now, with Valanciunas, as of now, still on Washington, even though I believe a trade's coming down today or tomorrow before the deadline's over, he's definitely a buy this week. In the third and final center I look to buy and trade for is Nick Claxton of the Brooklyn Nets. So there's a possibility he gets dealt at the deadline. Is Nick Claxton, and this season numbers are 10 points a game, 7.5 rebounds, 1.2 blocks, 2 assists, 54% from the field. So Claxton, scoring has gone down a little bit from last season and this year. Rebounds have gone down 2.5. I believe if Claxton goes to a contender, things can open up for him where teams are not going to zero in and pay much attention to him on the defensive side of things. So Nick Claxton, he's athletic center, he got a big contract, and teams like the Los Angeles Lakers, Golden State Warriors are interested in him. But we'll see if the Brooklyn Nets go out there and trade some of these pieces. This Net team, believe it or not, they've been playing better basketball of late, winning 3 in a row, especially versus the Houston Rockets. They beat them 2 in a row is the Nets. So January 29th at the Hornets, 12 points, 8 boards, a steal, 6 blocks, 66% from the field. February 1st versus Houston, 17 points, 5 boards, 2 assists, a steal, block, 57% from the field. Then February 4th versus the Rockets again, 14 points, 4 boards, 2 assists, 2 blocks, 70% from the field. So field goal, shot blocking, and rebounding at times he's going to bring his Nick Claxton. But like I said, if he goes to a contender, the numbers are going to go up. Teams aren't going to zero in on him. Less pressure on him to go out there and put up some big numbers where he could just do his thing, rebound and shot block if he goes to a contender, especially a team like the Los Angeles Lakers where they just need a rim protector and someone on the boards if this Net team trades him. But like I said, this Net team, they already got tons of picks from the Kevin Durant deal, then Flip Bridges from that Durant deal to the Knicks for 5 first-rounders. And I just don't know how many more guys this Net team's going to trade. Like I said, the last few games, they've won 3 games in a row is Brooklyn. Even though if I was them, I would still try to sell for picks. We know they're not going anywhere this season. And guys like D'Angelo Russell, Nick Claxton, and Cam Thomas definitely have value for Brooklyn. So we'll see if Claxton stays or not. But if he stays, I still believe he's a center that could produce, help fantasy owners. And right now, well, the numbers have been down from last season. He's a buy low center this week. So that's a few centers I look to buy and trade for Week 15 of the fantasy basketball season.